So today I'm going to talk a lot less. Wait, what happened? That was weird. Okay. So I'm going to talk a lot less today and give you a lot more time to work. I am going to show you a couple of different examples from last year because when Mrs. Aubin and I were walking around, we noticed that some of us are definitely missing sections of your essay. And we want to make sure that you see what a complete essay of a third grader from last year might look like, okay? A lot of you are also telling me I'm finished, and I said, well, could you add some more details? And so I'm going to give you two examples of kids that did their essays last year that had quite a bit of, details, added a lot to their piece. And of course, my little block is right in front of everything I need to get to. Here we go. Okay, so my friends at home, it's a little harder for me to know how you're doing on those paragraphs. So I'm going to ask you when it's work time, if anybody needs any help, we're going to make sure we get that. And we're going to get some good, like I said, some good work time today. And I would love to maybe, if some people haven't shared with me, I'd love to maybe be able to share your screen and let me see how things are going. All right, so lesson 8, moving right along. Our learning target today is I can write proof paragraph 2 of my challenge contract. Some of you are still working on paragraph 1. That's fine. Some people, even my friend Ben, who had other things yesterday morning, he might be also working on even our introduction. Okay, and that's okay. That's all good. So today, so Mrs. Aubin, I just let in Charlie. So this is my my proof paragraph 2. And if you remember the structure, we have our introduction, we have our proof paragraph 1, and then today, proof paragraph 2. What color do you notice it is? Blue. Cool. It's blue. Because do you remember that we had yellow yesterday? Yellow, that was all our challenge and our strategies for our first challenge, and our second challenge today will be blue. Another significant challenge I have when cooking is making sure our meals are healthy. For example, oh no, where did it go? Yes, perfect. Yeah, where'd it go? Thanks. Here we go. Another significant challenge I have when cooking is making sure our meals are healthy. So this is my second problem. Yesterday's problem was I didn't know what to cook. The second problem was, what do I need to do to make sure that what we are eating is healthy? Because I could have a whole lot of recipes of stuff that's not healthy, right? But I need to make sure that, because I wanted my family to feel good, not just they were bored, but I also want them to feel good, their bodies too. So for example, the sentence goes with that first sentence, right? So it's giving an example of making sure that our meals are healthy. Many of my meals don't have enough fruits and vegetables. Yesterday I mentioned that, yeah, it's easy to throw in some chicken nuggets and some fries, but are fries really vegetables? No, they don't have a lot of, I mean, they have some nutrients, but they don't have a lot. So I need some fruits and vegetables to add to those, and more things than just chicken nuggets and fries. To work on this, so remember this is a contract. So the words, Sawyer, the words to work on this are pretty serious, aren't they? I mean, this is what I'm going to do. To work on this, I will be sure my new recipes, am I connecting that to that paragraph before? New recipes. My new recipes include a protein, grain, and a vegetable. So I'm making sure that all 3 parts of the import are there for my meal. In addition, instead of a sugary dessert, I will serve my family a fruit dish. By making sure the food I serve is healthy, everyone will feel better. So what does that last sentence look like? What is that last sentence in there, Miss Ellie? It's a conclusion. So I have my topic sentence, my focus statement at the top. I give an example of what I mean by that. And remember, we want to give our readers a little bit more information about what's going on in our brain. So I said why that's a challenge. That's what that second sentence is. First, I'm telling what my challenge is. My second one's explaining it a little bit, okay? Then I give my strategy 1 and my strategy 2, and then I have my last sentence, which is my conclusion. So I have 5 sentences for my section here, okay? So a proof paragraph needs to have all of these things. It needs to describe your second challenge. It needs to describe strategy 1. And it's helpful if you say a little bit about that. If you said, I'm going to get help. Great. Who do you think you might be getting help from? Okay. Who might be the person that you get the help from? Is it your mom, your dad, your, a brother or sister? Is it somebody entire, like if it's a swimming challenge, maybe it's you're getting actual lessons from somebody at the rec center, that kind of idea. Okay. With a little bit of detail. Then you're going to describe your other strategy, and we're going to color code those and get those in your brain in a little bit. And then last, we'll explain how the strategies will help overcome the challenge. Does that sound like our conclusion sentence? Probably. It's going to wrap up our ideas there. All right. Okay. So I'm going to also show you, before I get to there, need to hit escape. And there we go. I want to show you a couple of different ones from other kids from before, because I noticed that when Mrs. Aubin and I walked around yesterday, we noticed that a lot of kids were missing some things or had some things in the wrong order. Okay, so these were 2. I know that if you're way back in the back, you're not probably going to be able to see this as well, but I can. I'm going to read it to you. And you can kind of follow along. Here's my 4 paragraphs. Today we're doing the 3rd one, right? Proof paragraph 2. We've already done the introduction, strategy, and then our challenge 1, and this is challenge 2. So I'm just going to read this one. You don't worry about who it's by, but it's a 4th grader. We have it. So it says, so it's the multiplication challenge. So if you have a math one, this might be good to listen to, because this might give you some ideas. All right, if yours isn't math, this can still give you some ideas about how do they describe, how do they explain, how do they add some details. And I have not changed these in any way, so if you see a misspelled word or something that's like that, just know that this is an actual kid work, so I haven't changed it at all, other than I took out the name of who it was by, okay? All right, knowing my multiplication facts is an important skill in the real world because in the real world you need math. For example, in a grocery store, you need to know what you are paying the cashier so you can pay him or her right away. Sometimes people have difficulty remembering the multiplication facts. This year, I'm going to focus on memorizing the facts and saying all the facts out loud. And I will tell you that this person at the beginning of the year was struggling with that, but by the end of the year was doing some really great math stuff. So they followed their contract. The most significant challenge I have when practicing my multiplication facts is memorizing math products and quotients. Ooh, Mrs. Aubin, good use of vocabulary too, right? Something I will do to work on this challenge is maybe I could play multiplication war or division war. I will also do tricks to get them in my head. I can also use strategy cards. Can you tell this is really a 3rd grader? Yeah, because they have all our things that we talk about, right? These strategies will help me by improving my multiplication and division skills. So, think about how that student wrote proof paragraph 1. That was their first. They started out with my most significant challenges when practicing my facts is memorizing math products and quotients. That was their topic sentence. Something I will do to work on this challenge is maybe I could, and then, so is that their first strategy? Yep. They were going to play multiplication war and division war. I will also do tricks to get them in my head. I can use strategy cards. Do we have strategy number 2 then? Yes. And then these strategies will help me by improving my multiplication and division skills. Does all of that make sense together? Yeah. Yep, it's very clear, isn't it? So then here's the paragraph we're going to be working on today. Another significant challenge I have is saying the facts out loud. To work on this, I will go online, maybe on YouTube, to get tricks to get them in my head. So is that strategy number one? Yeah. I can also look at the multiplication chart to get them in my head so I can say them out loud. One more thing I can do is write multiplication facts on flashcards and read them out loud. Do we have some more strategies there? Yep. These strategies will help me by getting more and more facts in my head. I can also write variables instead of boxes. Oh, Mrs. Aubin. Isn't it? Yep, I knew you would. All right, so using some good vocabulary about multiplication. Now, you might not be writing about multiplication. You might be writing about a different subject, but are there good vocabulary words that go with yours, whatever your challenge is? So I'm going to encourage you to use that vocabulary you know. All right, make sure that you include all those things. All right, and then the last paragraph says multiplication and, we're not going to do the conclusion today, but they wrapped it up. So I want you to see, now this isn't about quantity, like about how much, but I do want you to take a little look. How long is this essay? Kind of long, because they added what? Details. Okay, so I'm not saying yours needs to look exactly like this, but should it look more like this? Yeah. Probably. I have one more to show you from last year. This is the clean room challenge. All right, so this is an actual third grader from last year. So see if things sound familiar to you. And if you have something similar to this, maybe you could get some ideas. Cleaning is an important skill because you might need to get to a place or get something, but you can't get to it or get to it if your room isn't organized. That sounds a little confusing, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing, but was that trying to get our attention? That was our sentence that hooked the reader. So like I said, these aren't perfect by any means, but these are actual third grade ones. I'm trying to give you an idea just so that you, when you go to write today, you could go, oh, I remember that last year's third graders did this. For example, you might need to get someplace and you might not be able to with stuff spread all around the floor. Did they explain their problem a little bit more? Yeah. Can you understand what they meant? Yeah. Does that ever happen to you? Yeah. So it hooked the reader, didn't it? Because now you feel like, oh, yep, I know how it is to walk across my room and not be able to get there from one point to the other, maybe. Cleaning is a challenge because it's hard to keep everything organized because we, and then parentheses, as in me and my brother, we're spoiled and still have not given everything we want or we want away. This year, I'm going to focus on trying to keep my whole room clean throughout the whole year. The most significant challenge I have when cleaning my room is when I clean my room, I clean it, and then we get it messy all over again. Does that happen to you? Anybody? Does that happen to anybody? Yeah. Yeah, some of you are like, yeah. Something I will do to work on this challenge is to ask my mom to help me clean my room and probably try begging my brother to do his part to keep the room clean because we share the same room. But luckily, my dad might move the office outside and make an office on the porch so my brother can have the office for his bedroom. So did they tell their two strategies? Did they add some details? Yes. Last paragraph I'm going to read today for this one. Another significant challenge. Are you going to start your third paragraph with those words? Yes. Another significant challenge. I want to see those three words on everybody's work today. Another significant challenge I have is that it's hard when it's not your own writing, isn't it, to read it sometimes. I have that it's hard getting around the bedroom day and night. To work on this, I will clean my room so I can get around on the floor in my bedroom much easier. I will also use a toy and put it away when I want to play with another toy. Is that a strategy? Yes, that's one of their strategies. I'll also clean my room and probably tell my brother to clean all of his toys in our room. These strategies will help me to keep my room clean much easier than making my room all messy than cleaning it up all in a day or maybe 2 days. Can you tell it's definitely a third grader that wrote this?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I wanted you to see what other kids wrote, because this today, a lot of us are really need to go back and reread, see what we need, and add some more information. All right. So those are our my examples, plus you have my example. In fact, I would really love it if everybody could take out, and you should have this, and if you don't, then don't ask me to go get it right now. But you should have the cooking challenge paper inside you should have shoved it inside your EL. Can you take that out and have it out? I see Lyric has hers. Good job, Miss Lyric. All right, Mr. Ryder, nice job. My friends at home, we can, you can refer to the slideshow that you're gonna have. All right, so I want you to have that nearby to use as a model, because some of you are like, I don't know what to write next. Well, if you have that model, you can pull that out and have it right next to you to know what comes next. If it happens to be in your desk and you're in Mrs. Aubin's room, let's wait, and then you can go get it if you think it's correct. Okay. All right, proof paragraph 2. We probably need some sentence stems, don't we? It would help. So on page, everybody turn to page 79 in your book. Let me just double check I'm doing that correctly. So hold on, page 79 is your sentence stems. I'm going to show my friends at home page 79. Yeah. Okay, those are proof paragraph 2, sentence stems. And just for today, I would like you to actually write that first sentence inside here. We're going to do this one. So I want you now, so you're going to need to look at page 72, because now we need to color what? There's one thing we haven't colored yet. Uh-oh, dock camera, come on, baby. We have one section that we haven't cut. Why is my dock camera being so weird today? All right, here we go. We have our second challenge. And so we are going to make sure we have strategy number. What strategy is this one? 1. And then this one is strategy number 2, right? 1 and 2 inside page 72. Madison, you need to be on page 72 for a moment. You're going to flip, you're going to come back to page 79, but everybody be on page 72. This one right here. Did you bring a blue colored pencil? And my friends at home, make sure you mark those 2 sections blue for me. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready with your blue. Astria's ready. All right. Leo's got it. Awesome. All right, Haley's got it. Mr. Henrik, you probably don't have your EL book with you. So what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna have to use your memory, a little bit. And when you're writing your essay today, you're gonna have to do a little bit of, but luckily you're gonna have a sentence stem, so that'll help, okay? All right, Robert, do you have your everything color coded for me? Okay, just a thumbs up works. A thumbs up works. All right, and Logan, you're good? Ben, how's it going? You good? All right, thank you, sir. Got it blue for me? Isabella's good? All right. Isabella, I can't see everybody, but I hope that there's anybody else that needs. You're good, Jensen? All right. Mr. Charlie, you have that. Good job. All right. Okay. So based on this, you're going to look right here. Now, you're not going to be able to use the exact words that you wrote necessarily, but you need this idea. This one that's right here. Everybody put their finger on that idea. Because that is what we're going to write our first sentence. We're going to write it in our book together, okay? We're going to write it together. So on page 79, does everybody have this in their brain? Okay, so on page 79, we are going to turn this, we're going to write it out loud. We're going to write it down first and then you're going to type it. But I want everybody to write it down because yesterday was really rough in writing that first sentence. So here we go. Page 79. Got your pencil? Okay, here we go. Another significant challenge I have is, okay, what did you just say here? So I would write another significant challenge I have is making meals that are healthy. That's what I would write. Who can share what they're going to write on theirs? Max. Okay, another significant challenge I have is throwing the runner out. So that, write it right down. Miss Sunny, you have what are you gonna do? Say it one more time.
Another significant challenge is wearing a mask to keep safe.
All right, so hers is another significant challenge I have is wearing a mask to keep safe. Nice job. Abby, what are you gonna write down? Everybody should be starting to write. Okay, so Abby says another significant challenge I have is trying to keep my room clean. And you got that from right here on your plan, right? Okay, Haley, what's yours gonna say?
Another significant challenge that I have is to focus on the song that I am writing.
Okay, another significant challenge I have is to focus on the song I am writing. That's what hers is gonna be. Abby. Another significant challenge I have is spelling better. Excellent. Charlie Van Reckley.
Another significant challenge I have to complete my schoolwork.
Very nice. Is to complete my schoolwork. Nice job. All right. Anybody else at home want to share what they wrote as their sentence? Good job, Charlie. Nope. I got big thinkers. They're all thinking big. All right. Logan, would you mind telling me what you wrote down?
Another significant challenge I have is to do chores.
Is to do chores. Okay, but your whole thing is about doing chores.
Mm-hmm.
So is it doing chores? Be a little bit more specific, Logan. Doing chores on time, doing chores well, doing chores.
Fully.
Because since you shared it with me, we know the whole thing's about chores, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is great. I love it. So far, so good. But we got to make sure that we make that second one has to be different enough from the first one. Whatever here's got to be.
I said another significant challenge I have is to do chores fully.
All right. See how that's a little different? A little bit more specific? Okay. All right, Serne, what would you write? All right, another significant challenge I have is reading to people. All right, is it helpful to have it written down just in on the page? Yes, all right. To work on this, I will. So mine is, I will make sure the meal has a protein, a grain, and a vegetable. That's what I would write on my sentence. Go right here. Yes, ma'am.
You're wanting them to write another significant challenge.
There, it should be the blue. Yep, it's right. It's right here. Yep. It should be this.
You're not making up a new challenge.
No, it's right here on the blue. Nope, it's only the blue stuff. Only the blue stuff that you already planned. Give me a thumbs up if it came from your blue section. Give me a thumbs up if it came from your blue section. My friends at home, make sure it's coming from this bottom half here. Okay, I'm seeing thumbs up. We're not making up something new. It all came from your plan. Okay, mostly I got thumbs up. All right. So go ahead and write on this sentence. To work on this, I will. Who's going to tell me what their first strategy is? To work on this, I will. Ellie. Say it one more time. Work on this. Okay. So Ellie's is about drawing. So it says to work in this, I will look on the computer to find instructions to draw better or whatever you said. Like that idea. Okay. Abby.
To work on this, I will make and cut a note on the board that says, "Take your wings off it or mine for the food writing."
Okay, so that came from right here on your plan? Okay, so Abby said to work in this, I will make myself a note to remind me, and then she had more information. All right, then, what is, to work on this, I will? Flip over a bar. Is that a strategy to help you improve this? Okay, all right. I might have to read through that a little bit. Madison?
To work on this, I will look at YouTube to find tapping challenges.
Okay, so Madison's is about dancing, so it says to work on this, I will look on YouTube to find tap dancing challenges, you said? Tapping challenges, okay. All right, so everybody should have gotten what there was here and just put it right in that sentence, right? Your plan from here goes right in this sentence. All right, next sentence will be what, do you think? What should this third sentence be, Cole? The big 2, right? This should be your 2. I will also feed my family a fruit instead of a sugary dessert. That would be my also. Everybody take out that pencil. We're writing it in. I will also, what will I do? That should be your second strategy, right? Should come right from here. Now, you might have to reword it a little bit, right? Because I just wrote, I will also, instead of a sugary dessert, use some fruit. Is that a very good sentence? No, I had to change my words a little bit to make it into a sentence. I will also use some fruit instead of a sugary dessert. I had to change my sentence around a little bit. So don't just copy the words if they don't make sense, okay? Make sure it makes sense. I will also, all right, anybody at home, can you share your I will also sentence? Can anybody at home share your I will also sentence? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Anybody at home? Lila Morris, do you have a sentence you could share with us? I will also?
I will also raise my hand and not blurt.
I love that. Nice, Miss Lila. I will also raise my hand and not blurt. Perfect. Made sense? Good strategy. I can't wait to read your whole essay. All right, who else in here? Charlie Carr. All right, so I will also get better at ATV and stunts. Could you also say, I will get better at stunts on the ATV? I mean, you might think about how that's, you know, are you getting better? Because it almost sounds like 2 things you're doing. So you think about, did you really mean just doing the stunts on them? Or you actually, okay. All right. All right. So are we feeling confident about those 3 sentences? That we're ready, that when we get our computers, we're going to type those in there. All right. So I have one last sentence. What sentence is this? Oh, you guys can't see anymore. Sorry. Let me go back to my, okay. What is this last sentence going to be? What kind of sentence is this, Lyric? What do we have at the end of a paragraph? Conclusion. Very good. So this is our sentence. That's going to add a conclusion. Now, did my other 3rd graders add some details in here?
Yes.
they did. Could you add some details in here when you're typing your paragraph? Yes. I just wanted to get our basic pieces here. All right. But you can add, if you are a good writer and you want to, and you have time, you can add some details here and add some details here. Not right now necessarily. These strategies will help me, what? So Mrs. Harrison wrote, these strategies will help me make my meals more healthy. So when you're coming back, this is your conclusion. Should it have something to do with this? What your challenge is. So go back to this. All right. Think about right now, everybody look at page 72. Think about what this whole paragraph is about. In my case, it's about being healthy. In your case, you have strategy. This is challenge number 2. These strategies will help me make my meals more healthy. That's what I wrote. Who can give me their sentence? These strategies will help me, what, Madison? Be a good tapper. Excellent. What else, Max? These strategies will help me win the game. Love it. Miss Haley. These strategies will help me become a better singer. Excellent. Lucas. These strategies will help me be better at math. I love it. Make sure we're writing. We should be writing this. Yep, we should be writing. Guys, write it in. Write it in so you don't forget it. Noah. These strategies will help me be a better outfielder. Excellent. Henrik, what would you write there? I know you don't have I know, Henrik, you don't have the actual book, but what would you write there? These strategies will help me. Can you unmute yourself so I can hear you? Because I miss you because you're not here today. Oh, should I unmute here? I'm going to unmute you. Maybe, maybe not. Huh. All right. Henry,
Am I still muted?
All right, you're good. So now say these.
I would write. What was the question again?
These strategies will help me. What are they going to help you do? Based on your challenge.
My maybe not hit anyone. Because sometimes I get too angry that I might hit someone.
All right, these strategies will help me keep my cool or keep me from becoming angry. All right, good. All right, so you have some ideas written here. Should this help when you're starting to type today? I hope so. All right, so I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to get out of my. All right, so here's your paragraph 2. You're going to describe your challenge, your first strategy, your second strategy, and how they're going to help you overcome your challenge. These sentence stems will help you with that paragraph. Guys, all you have to do is now basically copy, type what you wrote. All right? Except for when you're done with that, if you have time, go back and add some details. Okay, Mrs. Harrison also wrote you some strategies, or some sentence stems. Are these exactly what are on page 79? Yeah, they're so close. They're so close. Yes. Yes, what question? So here is, thank you, Mrs. Abbott. So this is paragraph 2. This is proof paragraph 1. I know it's kind of confusing. Mrs. Harrison took away the introduction paragraph. Most people got that finished. So here is the paragraph, the yellow paragraph from yesterday. If you did not, oh, you can't see. Poor Mrs. Harrison, I tell you, getting her smart. Okay, this is the paragraph from yesterday, right? All the yellow things. All the yellow things are from yesterday. So if you did not finish your yellow paragraph, then you are going to use the yellow section up here. All right? And you can, there's the sentence stem. The most significant challenge I have when, and in my case it was cooking, is I need more ideas because that was what came from here. So if you did not finish the second paragraph, yesterday was the second paragraph, that was the yellow. Today is the blue. All right? Yeah, so if you haven't finished yellow, what should you do? Finish the yellow before you go on to the blue. All right? Are we ready? How are we feeling? Do we feel like we can do this?
Yeah, don't put your workbook away.
Don't put your workbook away because it's got all your, you guys just wrote those sentences, right? You just wrote those sentences. All right. So here we are. Okay. So my friends at home, I would like you to stay on for a moment, okay? So I'm gonna double check some things with you, but what I'd like you to do is go ahead and open up your Chromebook, go back, open up your Google Doc, and you guys have at the bottom, sometimes there's an icon for a Google Doc just at the bottom. It's a little blue, looks like a little blue paper. If that icon is already on the bottom, yep, just click on the bottom little icon and it will, can I see your plan? So can I show everybody? I'm gonna show everybody on my doc camera here. If you have your, nope, wrong page. There we go. So here's miscellaneous. So here's her, if she wasn't even on this page yet, you can see that at the bottom, right here, right here, there is a little, there's a little rectangle that's blue. That's the doc picture. And if you click on that, it'll take you directly to that page that Elena was already on. She knew it. But if you don't know how to get to your docs, you don't always have to go to your waffles. Sometimes it's at the bottom and you can just click on it. Now, she's got a blank one. Is she gonna start a new blank one today? No, because we just did all that hard work. So she's gonna go down here and she's gonna click on her challenge and it's gonna pull up the challenge, the movie challenge by Elena. She's gonna work on that. Okay, so we're going to, now that you have her sentences written, we're gonna go ahead and either finish paragraph, I'm gonna put the sentence stems back up, but you already have sentence stems. Uh-oh. What in the world did Mrs. Harrison do? There they are. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in present mode for just a minute. My friends at home, you're going to hang out with me for just a minute. All right. Because I'm going to have you read to me in a minute.
Can I give that to Abby?
You have one. So that one's Josh's, actually. So Josh's was dead. So you could take that one. That's Mrs. Harrison. And you Xerox it. Can you Xerox it? Xerox it? And then she'll have to get out of it, though. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and keep that there. Hold on, my friends, just a second. So you start wherever you left off. So if you need to go back to the yellow section, go back to the yellow section. I'm gonna go ahead and freeze this so all my friends at home can see, or my friends here can see it. And then I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen because I want to see all my friends at home. Yes. All right, everybody here is working. You have your, so Finn, you probably need out your workbook so you can write the sentences. You can type the sentences you already wrote. All right. So this is on it. I'm going to head to the next room real quick and you're going to bop and I'll come back. All right. So my friends at home, whew, now I'm in a different room. I can take off my mask. All right. So I would love it if you could each, if we could do a little sharing and if you could read to me and then one at a time you can, oh, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and have, like, I would like you to read me. So you're going to unmute yourself, but you're going to be on a different, you go to your tab that has your writing. And I just want you to read it to me and let's talk and then talk about it a little bit. And then you can go and then write some more if you are ready. Okay. So Logan, do you want to start? Would you be willing to start, Logan? Just unmute yourself and the rest of us could listen for just a minute or two.
Are we sharing our screens to share them?
You know what? I think you could just read it to me. Let's see if I can hear you well, and if that happens, then you won't have to share your screen. Do you know where it is, Logan?
The short challenge.
All right, we're having a rough time hearing you over the internet for some reason. It's just not working, my friend. Do you want to go ahead and share your screen with me? I think,
You disable participants.
yeah, I'm going to have to figure that. I'm going to have to go and fix that. Yep. Let Logan.
Yeah, I'll do it. I know how to.
All right. All right, your co-host now, Mr. Logan. Go ahead.